I'm gonna cry. It's real good. สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. So I love me some crispy pork belly. Who doesn't, right? But if you've ever tried to make the popular Chinese-style crispy pork belly, you know it is not a quick and easy thing to make. I mean, even with my recipe, which I think is one of the simplest out there, it's still gonna take you over 2 days. So today I want to show you something much easier that will still satisfy your craving for that munchy, fatty pork belly. A Thai-style fried pork belly that you can make in 30 minutes. Yes, you can have this tonight. I made this for my friend, my Thai friend who was visiting last week. He took one bite and he said, "You need to sell this." It was that good. But I'm not going to sell it, but I will show you, and then if you want, you can sell it. Let's get started. First, the pork belly. You want to choose one that has a nice and even amount of meat throughout the piece. And we actually want to remove the skin because for this quick method, the skin is only going to become chewy and will cause major oil explosion when we fry it. Then you want to cut the pork into 1-inch strips and then cut each strip down to about 3/4 of an inch wide. In Thai, this dish is called หมูสามชั้นทอดน้ำปลา which means fish sauce fried pork belly. So after I'm done cutting, I'm going to need some fish sauce. I'm also going to add a little sugar and some ground white pepper and then give everything a nice Thai massage. Keep going for a minute or two until you see that there's no longer any fish sauce pooling in the bowl. We want all the fish sauce to go into the pork. And yes, you can do this step 1 to 2 days in advance. When you're ready to cook, get about 1 inch of frying oil heated up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that's heating up, I'm going to prepare my dredge. I've got some all-purpose flour here, and I'm going to add an equal amount of cornstarch to it for a lighter, crispier coating. If you're gluten-free, you can do all cornstarch, but it won't brown quite as nicely. Sprinkle this over the pork and then toss it really well, making sure none of the pieces are sticking together. And we just want a light but even coating on all the pieces. Okay, the oil is pretty much ready. I'm going to fry these half batch at a time so as to not crowd the pot. And we're only going to fry them for exactly 2 minutes. Okay, that's about half. Hey Siri, 2 minutes. And I'm keeping the oil about medium, and that's gonna kind of depend on how cold your pork is going in. If it's super fridge cold, you might have to crank it a bit higher, but I'm trying to maintain my oil at around 325 after the pork has gone in. At home, I find because of my electric stove, I have to keep the heat at medium high. But this stove, because it's so much more powerful, I have to keep it sort of medium low to maintain that. So this is something you have got to play around with your own situation. Okay, we are done. And now I'm gonna take this out. And right now they're not looking too hot. Okay, they're gonna look kind of sad because we're not done yet. We're going to double fry them to get that nice crisp exterior. Okay, let me turn this off for now while I explain to you why we're gonna double fry these. So right now the pork is cooked, but it is not crispy. In order to get it to be crispy, they have to fry for longer. But if I fried these for like say 5 minutes, the inside will be completely overcooked and dry and not juicy, right? So what we do is we double fry them. We take them out, we let them cool, and then we fry them again. And the cooling is really important because if you put them back in while the inside is still hot, then they're just gonna overcook during your second fry. So the cooler it is, the bigger window you have for the pork to fry on the outside while still being juicy on the inside. Ideally, you want to get this up to room temperature, down to room temperature, but like lukewarm or something like that is also okay. If you're in a rush, I have a little gadget that is very useful in the kitchen, a little portable fan, and I just put it to the fan while I fry my second batch. All right, here we go. Second fry. Now, if you're wondering, can I do this without flour? I tried that, and what happens is without the flour, your oil will be completely destroyed by the end because the flour actually helps contain the juices in the pork so that the juices doesn't come out and then wear out the oil. So your oil will last longer and you can use it for even the next batch if you want to. The other thing that happens is that the pork is drier on the inside because there's no flour to help contain it, and it doesn't have a crisp exterior. Now this is going to be like crispy, like Chinese style crispy pork belly with the puffy skin, but it should still have a crisp exterior on the outside. So the flour actually makes a huge difference. Okay, that's our second fry. And I'm keeping the two batches separate so that I can then fry the first batch while this guy is cooling. Efficiency. All right, so for the second fry, we want the oil temperature now to go up higher so it can crisp up the exterior really quickly. And I'm going for 385. There. Oh, okay. We're good. Going in with the second fry. This second fry is going to take 1.5 to 2 minutes max. If at 1.5 it looks nice and crispy, you can go ahead and take it out. Oh, my timer. Hey Siri, 90 seconds. Oh, look at this, look at this. Look how good these look now. Oh my God. Salivating. Get my beverage ready. Get the fizzy beverage ready. Nice. Okay, I'm going to come out now. Oops, stop. And then for the final, look how nice this looks. I'm gonna put it on paper towel so that it will absorb excess oil. By the way, if you're preparing this for guests, what you can do is just do the first fry anytime, whenever, and then just leave it sitting there. It'll last like a few hours. And then when you're ready to serve, then you drop them in for the second fry because it can sit and cool as long as it needs to. Hey Siri, 90 seconds. By the way, for all of your questions like, can you do this in the air fryer? Can I freeze this? Can I do it in advance? All of those little nitty details I will put in the blog post. So go check that out. I'll put the link below. All right. That's done. And I know you want to dig in right now, but trust me, you will burn yourself. So give it like 2 minutes at the very least, because remember there's like layers of fat that has just exited the frying oil, okay? You've been warned. Look at this! Look how beautiful these are! In Thailand, this would be considered a kap glam, which means drinking food, something that we would eat with a cold fizzy drink. So if you're doing that, it doesn't really need a sauce. Like this is perfect. The drink is the sauce. But if you're gonna have this as a meal, like this would make a really good Thai breakfast, you might want a sauce, and I highly recommend Nam Jim Jiao, the ultimate sauce for any kind of meat. I do have a recipe for it I will link to below. And then sticky rice is the perfect carb to go with this. I'm gonna cry, it's real good. This brings me back to like walking down the streets in Thailand and seeing carts frying things. This is exactly the kind of thing you would get for breakfast. People love this for breakfast with some sticky rice. Life is good. Let's try a small piece with the sauce, just so you know. You just do like a little dip. It's a light sauce. You don't need a lot. The sauce is sour, spicy, aromatic, and just really completes it. I'm in heaven. You know what? Forget my other pork belly recipe. Just make this. It is so much easier and so good. I'm just kidding. They're very different styles. Not the same, but if you want like nice crispy pork belly, but you don't want to go through all the trouble, this will not disappoint you. I can guarantee it. The recipe, as always, will be on hotthaikitchen.com along with all the extra tips and info that I didn't mention in the video. A special thanks to all of our Patreon members who help support the show. If you want to know all about that and how you can get in direct contact with me in our Discord, check out the link in the description below. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ